Alright, y'all. Had to go ahead and restart our dynasty. Let's do it right this time. Take the Ohio Bobcats. They got defense in the game. That's who he was last time. I don't think it get any lower than that. Akron. I'm a rating 2. It was another team that was trash. I don't even remember what they was called. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. We probably gonna do it. Oh man, for the pick. Alright, fuck it. I kinda wanna pick Akron. So okay, let's try Akron. Yeah, coach for sure, for sure. Let's see which one. Let's get straight to it. Ooh, okay, I know we picked the right team, y'all. They ain't been good in a long time. Oh, they won a Super Bowl in 2015 and 2005. Damn. Say the points. Alright, hold on. I'm messing up. I forgot. Let me do this right. Now let's get this recruiting down pat. We need a quarterback. We need a quarterback. Quarterback, two running backs, and a fullback. All I remember was if I get to him first, I'll have a chance. Alright. Damn, I didn't mean to do that. I'm a 4-star. Got some 4-star quarterbacks. He got us on the list. We'll try one fullback. We'll try those two. Alright, y'all, we gotta go. Alright. 2 left tackles and 2 left guards. Man, I could potentially get right tackle. Even though I think I did look at one. He got his 7th on his list. Oh shit, all you gotta do is... Oh shit, I need a right guard. Said I didn't target me. In time. Let's say we got a top 8. Alright, now let's go to defense. I need 3 left ends. Gotta get 3 left hands. 3 left hands. Let's do the 3 left hands first. Two cornerbacks and a free safety. Ooh, alright. Okay, did what I have to do then. Alright, recruiter board. Deal breaker playing time. So basically what you saying, we can't recruit him. That is crazy. Cool. We got 2 5-star recruits, so what we should probably do is go ahead and offer them. Cause they ain't offered them yet. Who's running? Ain't even in that damn top 10. Disruptor. He's strength. He's very strong. Good play recognition. Good. And found the gem. Six five. Mobile resistant option king extender. Another athlete. Camera dude is a scrum. Yeah, both from Ohio. Oh, that's a 4-star. Pocket shield. Play action shield. 4-stars any good. He gotta have some good shit. Oh yeah, found another gem. Bro, I'm surprised we got any. We got some 4-stars. We might find another. Some of these people you can literally take away from playing style, have A, need B minus. Fullback is important. Alright, we did our recruiting for today. We're gonna keep the points as advanced. I don't need to customize the schedule. Let's keep the schedule like it is. Ain't nothing but it is some random. Damn, man. I lost. Man, we lost. Damn, we lost 4 or 5 people. I think that was just my 3 stars too. Yeah, we might not get them. How many quarterbacks? We just need one. play the full game in this game.
Few places are richer in tradition, more steeped in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, and the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. We are in full-on stripe-out mode as the fans doing their part to try to distort the vision of the visitors. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Akron Zips, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going.
Let's get it.
The Buckeyes will put total leather and will get started.
That's nice ass stadium.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Akron's offense will get the first possession of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Using his legs, it's Simmons. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing in this one.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
See him? It's crazy.
Trying the left side. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the first. The Zips are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
4th and inches, just trusting your offensive line. They're able to get just enough movement at the point of attack to keep this drive going.
Spits it out to the back. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Bullock. Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. 3rd down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. Makes the grab. It's Adams. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. These fans trying to be like a 12th man on defense and help them get a stop. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
That's right. Coach got to do some bullshit.
goes again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it. And that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
And here's the return. And the returner will be brought down. So Ohio State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Offense getting set for first down. From the gun, the give, looking for room. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Catch in the middle. It's Ibuka. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Quickly out to the tight end.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the stick, setting up fourth down.
On the return, it's Golden. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Now the play fake. And they got him for the sack. And the Zips come to the line in the hurry up. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
That's why you got to avoid 3rd and long situations if you're on offense because the defense knows it's pass, and all these guys are pinning their ears back. They're getting upfield, and you're under so much duress. On top of that, you give up a fumble. That is a huge play for the defense.
The give to the lone running back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Looking to throw, it's Howard. Working the middle, it's complete. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
Try to get it on the ground. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the back. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's Akron holding the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He'll keep it himself. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
In an offense, if you're going to be successful running the ball, and I don't care who it is carrying it, you've got to have receivers that are willing to block. You've got to have guys that are willing to get involved. How about the receiver here on the stock block going and picking off that safety?
And the Buckeyes have it with a first and goal. Marches ahead. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're...
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And they tacked on the extra point. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
The offense starts with a short field. They'll run it from the gun. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Looking for a man. It's Howard. Unloads to the wideout. Bulldozes his way through. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great catch and run for 6.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Tennessee is on top, but it's not like Peyton Manning or T. Martin are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 11 over the Pandas. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Got it in the middle. It's Adams.
Take the profit, right? Pitch and catch. Defense and zone coverage. Receivers got some access. Just spit it out to him. Let him catch it and advance and get what he can get.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. The Zips get it past the sticks.
And most importantly, they got the first. They've been getting pushed around up front this game and haven't created a lot of lanes to run the football, but you needed it. You needed that first down. You needed to get the sticks moving. You need to run some clocks. So good job by the offense finding a little bit of space to get the first down.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Ball still on the 34 after the incompletion. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd and 10. Fires complete on the crosser. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing it defense on third down. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
Dropping back, it's Bullock. Got his man down the middle. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. And the Zips with the 1st and 10. The give is to Williams. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. The Zips are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. They're bringing heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's what he
throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up in the 24. Looking for a productive play on 1st down.
Kept trying to hit the same person.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Makes the catch. It's Judkins. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. It's caught. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Ibuka.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncovered.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Buckeyes have pushed it inside the 20. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And he's got it! Touchdown, Buckeyes!
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Zips take over at Akron, ready to get that offense to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
Back to pass, it's Bullock. Coming after it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Timeout call by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. A little screen to the running back. At the 40, there he goes. And the the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. He's going to pass. He's going to run it. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback now on the run. Still looking. Finds a man on the left. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Feeling some heat. Finds his big tight end. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
And the Zips will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. Bringing it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the 1st half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like, the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the 2nd half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Reading the option, it's Howard. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker.
He lofts one down the sideline. Makes the catch, and he will score. Touchdown, Ohio State. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick it up.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He is electric in the return game. The offense. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap. They've been making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Gonna run it. It's Simmons. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Makes the catch. It's Simmons. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
The Zips will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
After trying the running game on 1st down, they come to the line on 2nd down. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Ibuka. Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State, Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass, pass, pass. Find explosive playmakers like this on the outside. Get them the football.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. The give to the back. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
That's caught. It's Henderson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Pulls it in. It's Smith. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And the Buckeyes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started.
And it's been more of the same in the second half of this offense, doing whatever they want. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Ole Miss has the lead right now, but I don't care if it's Archie or Eli back there. We've come to learn that no lead is safe inside Vaught Hemingway. They're up by 4 over the Astronauts. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Bullock. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, going up top. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Zips racing to the line in the hurry-up. On On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He'll try to do it himself. Open space at the 25. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Keeps looking downfield. Got a man. It's Norton. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. The Zips have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to it. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
On the sweet spin, and he's free. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a 1st down.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that 1st down.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Makes the grab. It's Golden. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. If you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And that's all you want, right? You want that 1st down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a 1st down, get a new set of downs.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Golden. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind.
With jet sweep pass. Tackle is made after the 1st down.
No gain on the play. 1st and goal, Akron.
New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They want to power it in on the ground on 3rd and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Paul.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too. They had a really good game plan coming in this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, We did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
From the gun, running back gets the give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I think the defense had a pretty good idea they were running the football. And how about that? Bringing the pressure, getting in the backfield, almost getting the safety.
I thought from watching up here in the booth, real time, that looked like a safety, but I guess he got just the nose of the football out in the field of play. The give to the back. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. I know this is disappointing, but plenty of teams have suffered early losses and come back to have great seasons. I mean, think of 1983 Miami, one of the great teams of all time. Blown out in the opener, won the national championship.
Well, some of us weren't alive. Everybody probably playing this game wasn't alive with that comment. But yeah, great example, Reese. But listen, your season isn't over. Things still down the road for you to look forward to, still improve on. You can still have all of your dreams out in front of you. But, you know, 83, Jesse, I know you were playing college football then, but share.
I think I had just learned how to walk. And it's funny, guys, you know, just like that 83 team, this team that lost here today, they are also very talented. They just got to take care fixing up and cleaning up some of these mistakes, but no doubt, lots to play for moving forward. Can't wait to see what happens next week.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer.
That's only game 1. We got a long road to go. And we did our recruiting for this week. Let's go ahead and advance. Got a 5-star recruit that may end up coming here. Oh, we only got 50 hours. Shit. Well, I got 2 5-star recruits. recruiting. So far, we got one 5-star recruit that might be coming. Alright, y'all, that's part 1. Part 2, we're gonna play this second game and go from there. Alright, y'all, see y'all in the next one.